The sweetest thing I've ever known was like a kiss on the collarbone. Soft caress of happiness. The way you walk, your style of dress. I wish I didn't get so weak. Oh, baby, just to hear you speak. It makes me argue just to see how much you're in love with me. See, like a queen upon her throne. He was the sweetest thing I've known. Baby, do I have to tell you what's going on with my grown lady ears? I'm hearing that song for the first time in 2025. I was listening back in 1997 when it came out, but I'm hearing it for the first time in 2025. Welcome to Romantic Reverie. I am Mystic Soul Child, and today we are talking about transformation in 90s R&B music. Okay, so we are talking about love, loss, and the glow up. Okay, transforming pain into power. So today we are going to unpack 5 of my favorite R&B songs from the 90s era, and I'm going to tell you what I'm hearing and how you can use the messages in these empowering anthems on your glow up journey. Stay tuned. Welcome to Romantic Reverie. I am Mystic Soul Child, and today's episode is all about transforming pain into power. We are unpacking themes of love, loss, and glow up in 90s R&B music. And before we get started with the show and anything housekeeping related, I want to take a moment to dedicate today's episode to the memory of the ever so soulful Angie Stone. As this is being recorded, it has been a week since Angie Stone transitioned, and it definitely sent a shock through the music industry and through our community. Angie Stone has written some of the best music of our lives, from No More Rain in This Cloud, which I will be covering in today's episode, to the wonderful, loving anthem, Brother, dedicated to all black men all over the world. Angie Stone wrote that song. She wrote so many songs to remind us of our power, to remind us of our beauty, to remind us of our glory. And this is a huge loss for us in the physical realm. But I just want to extend thoughts and prayers to the loved ones of Angie Stone, family, friends, and fans alike. And as we say her name and elevate her spirit, may her transition be one that is as peaceful as it could possibly be for her spirit. And it is our job as the living to keep her legacy alive. And I want to say something. This episode was actually supposed to be the very last one in the series, because I felt that it flowed the best, because of what I'm creating with Romantic Reverie. But in light of Angie Stone's passing, and because she is on the lineup, I just thought it would be more fitting to move that episode to this week, and honor her that way. So thank you, Angie Stone, for the contribution that you have made in my life personally, through your music, through your writing. And I just want to say thank you because the song we covering today, okay, it definitely was one to absorb back when it came out in 1999 and still to this day in 2025. So shout out to Angie Stone for giving us timeless, empowering anthems to use on our glow up journey, because she definitely did that. Okay. So thank you, Miss Angie Stone. All right, y'all. So again, this is Romantic Reverie, and today we're talking about transformation and themes of glow up and empowerment in 90s R&B music. And today I am unpacking 5 of my favorite songs about love, loss, and the glow up, transforming pain into power. And we're just going to get right into it. But before we do, okay, I guess we're not going to get right into it. Before we get into the show today, y'all know I got to do it. Please make sure you visit mysticsparlor.com. The site will be launching this spring. I'll have things on there like these bracelets that I make myself. Announcements about my music. My music will also drop on the website. You'll be able to purchase products, services, and so much more. You'll also know when the newsletter is dropping and when more products and services have been added to the website. So go ahead and sign up for the Parlor Society today. It's completely free to you. All you have to do is go to mysticsparlor.com, enter your email address, and I will do the rest. Now back to the show. Thank you. Okay. Talking about love and loss, I want to start this episode by saying, okay, behind every iconic glow up is a story about a breaking point, okay? The breaking point could be a breakup, a breakdown, a breakthrough. It really could be. But either way it goes, just before any of us has the process of a glow up, there's something that happens to us that triggers our brain to say, hey, something has to give, something has to shift, something has to change. I want to become a better version of myself. And so we glow and we grow and we rinse and repeat and we do it all over again. But a lot of times that is sparked by feeling like you've lost something and feeling like, you want to put yourself in a position to have better, but it's a big process. A lot of times people don't want to talk about it. It requires a lot of self-realization and actualization, looking yourself in the mirror, acknowledging what you've lost or why you feel like it's a loss, and coming up with a plan and moving forward, literally moving through the pain as much as you possibly can. And so today we're going to talk about the pain and how we as powerful beings and alchemists can transmute that into something useful. Okay. So if you get anything from this episode, I hope it is that you have the power to turn pain into power. You do. All right. So, the songs on this list really encourage us to allow the pain to come and serve its purpose and let it go, let it flow, tap into your glow. Okay. The first song that we are covering today is The Sweetest Thing by Lauryn Hill. That's the song I'm singing in the intro of this episode. And okay, it's one of my favorite songs ever. Okay. Ever. For so many reasons. For one, let's start with the fact that it was on the soundtrack of one of my favorite movies, Love Jones. Okay, Love Jones came out in 1997. Me and my sister must have watched this movie 1,000 times as young girls, young teenage girls. Again, the movie's about love, creativity, and the process of falling in love, having all the butterflies, and then all of a sudden you got to let it go. The Sweetest Thing by Lauryn Hill is about that very thing. It is about highlighting the sweetness in a relationship even after it has gone sour, but choosing to focus your mind on being grateful for the experience. And when it comes to things that inspire your glow up, a lot of times when I talk to my clients, a breakup is usually the thing that gets them in a place where they like, I gotta level my life up, I gotta glow up. And it's likely because so much of their identity is tied into their relationship. So when the relationship is over, they don't know what to do. They can't find the sweetest thing they've ever known because they feel like it's gone. So the sweetest thing I've ever known really encourages us to relish in the opportunity to experience something sweet, but also not being so attached to it that we don't know how to let it go. Even when we let it go, we can still acknowledge that it's sweet. It's the sweetest thing I've ever known. And even if you find yourself giving attention to the things that make you feel low as opposed to the things that are sweet to you, you have the power to change that. You know, this song is all about reflection, focusing your attention on the things that make you feel good, even when you're in the middle of a transition or transformation. It's so nostalgic. Actually, like, this song is super nostalgic. That's one reason why I love it. There's this one line that I used to love back in 1997 when I was listening to this song. She said, sneaking on my mother's phone, to touch it makes me think I'm grown. Now, let me tell y'all something. If you didn't grow up in the 80s and 90s, you don't know nothing about that. Okay? You don't know nothing about that. When I was 10 and my friends used to call my house, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you how a phone call to Mystic Soul Child went in 1997, okay? We just going to take it back, okay? I was living in Bessemer, Alabama. You know, my grandmama raised me. I was raised with my auntie and my uncles and things. So my housing dynamic was very different. My uncle is about 8 years older than me, so he was like a big brother. And he got on my nerves so bad, but that's my dog now. What up, That's my dog now. But look, so I'm going to tell you this how a phone call to the residents of Mystic Soul Child went in 1997. Okay, so here we go. Ring, ring, ring. Hello, can I speak? Call her back. Okay, you couldn't speak to me. You had to call me back. Okay. Y'all, my childhood friends who used to call my house, they gonna watch this clip. They gonna watch this video and just go crazy because they know I'm not lying. Hello, can I speak? Call her back. Okay, no, you can't speak to her. No, she ain't on the phone right now. So when Lauren says sneaking on my mother's phone to touch it makes me think I'm grown, believe me, I understand. Trust me, I understand. But all in all, this song is about processing a transformation in your relationship on the highest frequency, okay? Things don't work out. It's no need to vilify your partner. It's no need for you to be in a slump. It's just, I am thankful for this sweet experience. And hey, I'm giving you this game from a grown lady ear standpoint, okay? Lord knows I've had my time. But I'm grown now, and when you grown and you know better, you do better. That's what the old folks used to say, and I feel that as well. You know what I'm saying? In life, we have to learn how to let things come and let things flow and let things go, and that's what the sweetest thing I've ever known is all about. It's about reflecting with reverence the things that brought you joy. And it's okay if that is subsided, you know, you got to experience it. So, hey, that's one thing I take away from that. Focus on the sweetness. Okay. If there's anything in your reality that you don't like, don't give it your attention. Focus on the sweetest thing you've ever known. Okay. Why would you want to focus on anything else? Okay. We are always manifesting. So remember that, you know, we all have a choice in the things we choose to give our energy to. There are going to be high frequency happenings and low frequency happenings, but the one we choose to focus on is the one we will experience the most. So the sweetest thing I've ever known. Okay, take that with you. The second song that I'm covering is Next Lifetime by Erykah Badu. It really needs no introduction. It really needs no introduction. Every version of Next Lifetime is amazing. But my favorite version is the live one. I love the studio version. That's one of my favorite Erykah Badu songs ever, but the live version is just it's a lot to love about that, okay? It let's just get into the song. Okay, first of all, this song is about transformation as well. She literally says, maybe we'll be butterflies toward the end of the song. Okay, so this song is definitely about transformation, again, through relationships. So this song, I remember I was 9 turning 10, and I just thought Erykah Badu was so dope, okay? She was like a earthy goddess. She was beautiful. Her spirit it just felt like you know her. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was first introduced to her music in 1997, it just literally felt like I knew her. And so all of her music, it was things that I had never heard before. You know what I'm saying? She had the supreme mathematics in her songs. She was talking about ancestors, and she was talking about, the fruit, like the things you do and the fruit that it bears on your tree. She was just giving us so much spiritual game. And, I knew she was different back then, but when my grown lady ears, it's like, yes, like Badu came along and she literally elevated our experience with music and with the messages that she was putting in her music. She definitely is, in my personal opinion, okay, she definitely is the founder of the neo soul movement from my generation that I knew and grew to love. And Next Lifetime was just such a beautiful way to tell somebody that we are not aligned. I will see you next lifetime. Hey, maybe we'll be butterflies and we'll be able to kind of relate to each other a little bit more. But right now, baby, I got a man. Okay. And you know that. So I'm going to see you next lifetime. Okay. But I want to unpack a few things about Next Lifetime. First of all, let's acknowledge the magnetism that is Erykah Badu. This woman is so cold and so fine and so bad. Bruh knew she had somebody, okay? She said it in the song. I mean, I'm in a situation. I'm in a relationship. Why is you doing this? Okay? You telling me you got feelings? Why? So Badu's so magnetic. Bruh don't even care about that. That is how magnetism and glowing up works, okay? When you truly pour into yourself and you're doing the work to get the dust off your aura, people are going to find you attractive and they won't be able to help themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's what Next Lifetime is all about. She said, I know I'm a lot of woman, but not enough to divide the pie. Okay. One thing in particular I appreciate about Next Lifetime is Erykah Badu's honesty. Okay. She says, it ain't nothing wrong with dreaming. Maybe I should sing it. It ain't nothing wrong with dreaming. Boy, don't get me wrong. 'Cause every time I see you, it lets me know just how strong that my love is for my baby. But emotions just don't lie. Well, I know I'm a lot of woman, but not enough to divide the pie. Okay? She said, I am not busting it open for all of y'all. Okay? I'm just saying, but I do say one at a time. We ain't juggling no balls over here. Okay, I'ma holler at you next lifetime, homie. If you still feel the way you say you feel today, I'ma see you next lifetime. And I do appreciate her saying, hey, I might idealize the situation a little bit, but baby, it's not for me. Again, the theme of love, loss, transformation, turning pain into power. You got to know when something is not for you. You got to know when something is not aligned with your divine feminine energy, and you have to be okay with letting it go, you know? And if it's meant to be, it'll come back around, you know? But for the most part, we have to be grateful when things are not aligned. You know what I'm saying? Because it could be worse. You could really, really spend a whole lot of time and energy in a situation that is here to destroy you. And so when you have the power and when you have the gumption to say, you know, this is not for me. You know, what you're telling the universe is that I'm ready for what is for me. And so ain't nothing wrong with seeing something next lifetime. If it's not aligned, I'm going to see you next lifetime. Okay. So shout out to Erykah Badu for creating music that tells us it's okay to walk our paths of divine alignment. I appreciate that so much, especially in my grown lady era. Okay. Break down. Instead of breaking me on down. Child, listen. I thought I understood this song so bad. I wanted to relate to this song so bad in 1997 when it came out. I'm a huge Mariah fan. I don't want to tell y'all what number she is on my list, but she's up there. Okay. She is. I love me a singer that can sing. Mariah is one of those girls. Okay. Mariah can sing. Okay. Love her. And I really appreciate her versatility. There is like this running joke online that Mariah has a few different personas. She has her original version persona and then her remix version, which is always like everybody in the hood rock with it. It always got Bone Thugs and Harmony. Like her and Bone got quite a few songs together. And one thing I can tell you is that they always jamming. Okay. This is one of my favorites. Breakdown is one of my favorites. And then there's another song, I Still Believe, Pure Imagination, one of my favorite Mariah Carey songs. It's not on this playlist, but it is one of my favorites. And I just wanted to mention it by honorable mention. It is a song about manifestation and believing something into existence. So we'll talk about that on another show because it is one of my top songs, but we talking about Breakdown. The breakdown is oh so necessary. Again, I started this show by saying a glow up begins where a breaking point, after a breaking point, there enters the glow up. The glow up has entered the chat. Okay. So a breakdown is really what gets that going. Okay. And what is a breakdown? Let's talk about that because we live in a society nowadays where we are having open conversations about mental health and emotional triggers and things of that nature. And I love that for one. I have always been passionate about making sure your mind is in the right place because I know how powerful of a tool it is. And when you're dealing with a breakdown, you really cannot operate at your fullest capacity, your fullest potential. You can't fulfill your purpose the way that you were designed to. So you have to go through that breakdown. Okay. So what does a breakdown look like? It looks different for everybody. Okay. One thing I can tell you is that it is full of emotion. And emotion is energy in motion. Okay, so that's like your feelings are moving and where are they going? That is up to us and how we choose to look at the things we're going through. Okay, so one thing I can tell you about this song, it's about a breakup. It's about a breakup. It's about a breakup causing a breakdown. And I'm just here to tell you with my grown lady ears and eyes and heart that a breakup hits so different when you don't know who you are. Okay. A breakup hits so different when you don't rock with yourself the way you're supposed to. You really be out here feeling lost. You really be out here feeling like you're not going to make it without the involvement and the energy of the person who you had the breakup with. And this is not something that I've always known. This is something that I had to grow into understanding. And now that I do, You ain't gonna get them kind of tears from me no more, okay? You're just not gonna get that. You're just not gonna get that. And it takes some time to get there, but I'm just saying, one thing I want to talk about for sure in this song is the process, right? So there's, the whole song, she letting you called yesterday to basically say that you care for me, but you're just not in love. So immediately I started fronting. I started acting like, hey, I feel the same way too, my nigga. Like shit just ain't working out. It's a wrap. You feel me? But on the real, like I really feel some type of way. And so Mariah says, friends ask me how I feel. And I like convincingly, cause I don't want you to reveal the fact that I'm suffering. So I am in disguise. So Mariah says, friend, and I'm not going to sing it cause who can keep up with them 12 octaves she got? You won't make a fool out of me. Okay, I'm not finna try to do it. But I'm going to tell you what she said. Mariah said, friends ask me how I feel. And I lie convincingly. Now, that's another thing about Mariah. She gonna put some 4 and 5 syllable words in the song for you. I learned a lot of big vocabulary words as a child listening to Mariah Carey. No cap, okay? She says, friends ask me how I feel. And I lie convincingly. Because I don't want you to reveal the fact that I'm suffering. So I wear my disguise till I go home tonight. I turn out all the lights. And then I break down and cry. Okay. Ooh, child. Okay. Okay. I ain't even gonna tell y'all, but I'm going through it. But I'm going to wear a brave face while I have to do everything that life requires of me. I don't have time to let these big emotions run their course. So I'ma just tell y'all that I'm doing good. But when I get home and the moon is rising, I'm going to let it all out. That's the wonderful thing about the moon. It brings your emotions to the surface. And Breakdown is all about that. It's literally about falling apart so you can build yourself back up better than ever. And I really appreciate this song, the idea that we show our stoic nature to the world, but when we are in a safe space in our own sanctuary, that is when we allow the breakdown to commence. The breakdown is necessary. It's how we shed the version of ourselves that isn't aligned with our divine purpose. Sometimes it has to happen like that. And, the breakdown is necessary. The darkness is necessary, because that's the only way you can really see how bright your light can get. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, sometimes we got to hit the flow and have that breakdown so we can be better than we ever were. It's all a part of the process. It's all a part of, the process of growing up. You have to get rid of the things that do not contribute to the finest version of you. Okay? The relationships, the habits, the thoughts, the words. If it does not serve your greatest good, the best version of yourself, it has to go. It has to go. And that's what Breakdown is all about. It's about allowing your emotions to come and be as big as they can be, letting them do their job, feeling that pain, and being shifted, being changed, being transformed by it. And I appreciate that. So, shout out to Mariah. First of all, I had told y'all on the first episode that we was going to see. I said on the first episode that we were going to see a lot of Mary J. Blige in this series. Mary was just that girl in the 90s. And when you talk about music that inspires and empowers women through pain, through it all, Mary must be on that list. Okay? She must be on that list. So today we are covering Deep Inside. This is a 1999 song. So this is just right before the new millennium. And this is Mary after we've seen her transform and go through so much publicly. Um, and she really, really gets into that in this song. This has an Elton John sample. Elton John was actually playing the piano on there, and he was in the video. It's one of my favorite Mary J. Blige songs, and it really, really speaks to what you can expect once you start to transform. Like after you've experienced that love and that loss, Deep Inside is one of those songs that kind of tells you what's next. Okay. I love that she acknowledges the loneliness. Okay. I'm going to be honest with you. When you decide that you deserve better, and when you decide that it's time to heal and it's time to evolve, you are going to experience isolation and being alone. You don't have to be lonely though. Okay. You don't have to be lonely. This is where you really get to know yourself. This is where you really lean on you and become your own best friend, so to speak. This is where you get deep inside and you do that shadow work. Okay. So, I mean, there's a lot to love about this song, but, I remember hearing this song, right? And this is just like the music. It just lets you know that this is big emotional energy. Okay. The keys, dun, 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 dun. Like he sound mad. The keys sound like I'm tired of this shit, basically. Like that is what I heard when I heard this song. And in 2025 with my grown lady ears, I feel that so much. Okay. It's kind of hard being a genuine person in a world where so many other people have motives or they're not genuine. It's really hard. And so when you start to recognize that, you really start to gatekeep your energy and you really start to keep yourself to yourself, right? So that's what Deep Inside is really about. It's really like a plea to be understood. Like I wish y'all could see that I'm just me. Like I can't do nothing else but give you this, and that's all I got. One line in particular that I wanted to highlight, because again, on your glow up journey, as you're transforming, you will notice that the people you thought would be around you are not, and it's just because as you're growing and you're elevating on your journey, the frequency shift. And so there's no room for the relationship as it was. Now, that doesn't mean it has to end. It just means that everybody needs to be evolving in a way that complements one another. But sometimes you do have to let people go. I ain't gonna sing it because, baby, it gives me chills just to hear it. Okay. I'm not gonna sing this, but I would tell you, Mary said, I don't have a lot of friends. And sometimes I have to wonder, is it cash they see when they look at me? Because they looking for a ride that's free. Okay. We know what Mary went through. Okay. That definitely aged accurately. Okay. She went on to say, so I made the choice to be good to those who were good to me. Don't judge me or think I'm bitter for the evil God's allowed me to see. Okay. Let me just tell you about the chills I get whenever I hear Mary J. Blige sing that part. Okay. Because one thing about your intuition is that it will never let you rest. Okay. Baby, it don't let you rest. It is constantly communicating with you. It is constantly alarming your nervous system when somebody or something or some situation is not right for you. Your intuition, especially if you're doing the work to make sure that you have the right kind of connection with your intuition, it's not going to let you rest. Okay. So Mary is like, it's people around me and I don't know what they're here for, but something in my spirit is not allowing me to be at ease around them, and don't judge me or think that I'm bitter or this is coming from a low vibrational place, because God is showing me this. My higher self is showing me, you know, how you gonna argue with God? Okay. Okay. So I also want to go back to the part, I made the choice to be good to those who were good to me. It's so important on your transformation journey, okay? Focus on the love. It is no more rain in this cloud. My sunshine has come, and I'm all cried out, and there's no more rain in this cloud. I done cried all the tears I got for you, okay? It's the rain has come and gone, okay? Winter has come and gone. It's springtime, okay? It's time for some new shit, okay? Okay? That's what Angie has said, okay? I done gave you all the tears I'm gonna give you, boo. Listen, another great song about the power of transformation. So I appreciate this song. This song came out in 1999. I was about 12 years old. So I'm in a real pivotal stage in my life when I first hear this song. And I'm gonna be honest, it had the Neither One of Us sample. It was just jamming, honestly. It really, really was. It just sounded good. It was just super soulful. But my goodness, the things that this song is talking about, okay? Another song about love and loss and just how you have to transform and become a better version of yourself than the one that is broken and hurt. And I just want to start with the beginning. There is no hiding place when someone has hurt you. It's written on your face, and it reads, broken spirit, lost and confused, empty, scared, used and abused, a fool. Ah, a fool. Ain't it funny that the way you feel shows on your face? Okay? Just hold on. In time, it'll get better. Another song, again, about allowing your emotions to come through like a wrecking ball and tear all this shit up if that's what it takes. But the end result is that you will be you will be a better version of yourself. It's all about acknowledging the fact that you're hurt and that you need something else to feel better and that you are worthy of pursuing it and receiving it. And I just so much appreciate Angie Stone for writing this song and performing it the way she did and just laying her soul on the line in the delivery of that record. It's so soulful and it's just so endearing, and it's really a great song. It really, really is. So, one thing I want to leave us with as I'm talking about this song, Angie said, what goes around comes around. What goes up must come down. The things you do come back to you. Okay? All right. So, I mean, what is there left to say after that? What is there left to say after that? This song, I feel, is necessary. It's required for your glow up journey. Okay. It is a song that encourages us to find the power after the pain, to find the sunshine after the rain. And who don't need that? Okay. Speaking of your glow up journey, I have 3 journal prompts to help you on your glow up journey. And they are all inspired by the content in today's episode. The first one is, how can I embrace my emotions in a way that serves my highest good, even when I don't like the things I'm experiencing? Okay. The second one, the sweetest thing I ever known. What comes to mind when you reflect on your own life? What is the sweetest thing you've ever known? I really kind of want to get specific and have us focus on something that we feel like we lost. And instead of focusing on the loss, let's focus on the sweetest part of that experience, okay? And the last one is, I want us to think about a loss we experienced, and I want us to use our imagination, all right? So if you viewed that loss as an opportunity rather than a setback, how would your perspective shift, okay? Everything is about perspective. And the truth of the matter is, nobody wants to lose, right? Nobody wants to take a L. Nobody wants to feel like they are not having their way. Nobody wants that. But the realness of it is that if you are an alchemist, there are no losses for you, only lessons that will help you to be better and that will contribute to your glow up journey in such a divine way. So if you take anything from this episode of Romantic Reverie, it's just that we are here to experience the sweetness of life, and that is the only thing that deserves our focus and our attention. I'm not saying that there won't be things on your journey that hurt your feelings, that make you feel bad, breakups and, departures and transitions and different things that require your emotions to come out and play. There will be things that require your emotions to show up. But our job as gods and goddesses and alchemists and healers is to turn that pain into something that has a divine purpose, because it does. The key is finding a way to make a painful experience serve you. Okay? How does this contribute to who you want to become? How does this contribute to what you would like to experience in your life? And that's what you have to focus on, the glow.